Yeah, good morning. My name is Omar, and today I'm gonna show you how to automate the IFR17 accounting closing process at Zurich Santander General Insurance Division. Well, the problem is every month the accounting team at Zurich Santander needs to produce a finance report following IFR17 standards. That is the international norm to define how an insurance company must report the assets, the reserve, and the results. So the challenge is all the raw data comes from a local system in different format called CF format. So someone to had manually transforming account by account every single month. The big three problem is the first is the process was too slow. It took about 5 days of working complete only one closing. The second is work error prone. Manual work manual work on 100 of accounts meaning a mistake is always one wrong formula away. And the third, the process generated no traceability. If a number looked wrong, there was no easy way to know where it come from it. So the question is, could we fix the three at once? For that, I create a visual micro engine inside Excel that automates the entire process end to end. On the left side, you can see the diagram, the old process for separate input files, Inversiones, Reserva, Da, and ASI, one always do everything by hand, and 5 days of full working just to get one report out. On the right, some four input directly into the automate system. The macro engine extracts the data, transfer in according to IFRS rules, and validate and loads into the final output. All without manual intervention, the result is ready in less than a day. So, if-er closing logic. The final if-er balance for each count is built from 7 components. The previous period closing, plus the local movement at the months, plus 5 if-er specific adjustment, that is investment, reserve, the distribution agreement, taxes, and otros ajustes or manual corrections. Each of these components come from a different source files, and the macro know exactly where to find each one and how to calculate the final number. There is also a built-in validator that checks the total balance accounts and the total result accounts always sum to zero. So the result is from 5 full working days down to less than one. Account automate approximately 700 accounts. Human error risk near to zero. The system validates its own input. Audit traceability full. Every number can be tracked to its source, and that's a 90% reduction in closing time with zero manual data entire and a fully reproducible auditable process every single month. The three real-world challenges I solved. The first, the heterogeneous input file. Each source has completely different structures, sheet names, and column layouts. So I solved this by building a dynamic table parser that reads the header of each file and looks at the right columns automatically and sum only the relevant rows, regardless where they appear. The second, year and rollover complexity. Every January, the system needs to behave differently. Result account reset to zero, opening balance must be recalculated, and the reference must be science. I isolate all this into a dedicated code block that only activates in January. Third, account calculation. The same account code can appear multiple times under different if-else lines, so I solve this with a composite unit combining the FIP account code and the accounting code, guarantee an ambiguous identifier across every sheet. The results an automate environment where the system handles all this inconsistently every month. Well, I want to finish with something this project taught me, and as is not about to Visual Basic of IFRD7. It's about I learned during this practice engineering is not about writing code or create something. It's about understanding how a problem affects the real people and building something they can actually trust. I want to say thank you for Team Zurich Santander for showing me what a great team looks like. Thanks.